Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today we're outside. It's overcast. You can see the sun is up there somewhere. It's not doing a very big job at the moment. So this video is kind of subject of this video is not that important, but I have gotten a package. I watch a lot of Portuguese channels because I want to go and have a house in Portugal, and it has been very warm, and we had some very warm weather here as well. So I bought something. It's a water mist pump and mist system, and the thought was that you could use this to cool down. Yeah, they actually have a really good overview of how it works here. You have some kind of a water deposit tank, and there goes a filter in there with a little pipe up to a little water pump that pressurizes the water, and then it goes out to a hose with some misters, and that is what is in the box. So we have the whole system has. So this is the pump, and this is some Teflon tape. There is some O-rings. Yeah, guess some fasteners to fasten it to something. Power supply for the pump. Oh, that's nice. Comes with a power supply. 12 volt, 60 watts. I think it was $29 or euros. I forget which. They are about the same at the moment. 12 volt, 5 amps. I would almost have to pay that for the power supply. And then we have the hose here, and everything is connected. And then we have the misters, which well, I think they can be replaced. They probably clog up, and that's why there is a filter on here, this little filter thing. So my idea is that we should try and put this up and run it. I think we can run this off solar, so that would be fun. So we're gonna do that. I'm preparing different for the test, so let's have the little compressor, water pressure motor thing out of here. There. It's a tiny one. 12 volts, 60 watts. That's a lot. 5 liters a minute it can do. Hopefully the misting nozzles will reduce that so that it doesn't use as much. My thought is it would be cool to have like a jar here. I have this one. I have a bigger hole here, but I think this filter actually goes down here, but I have made a hole in this jar for another use, so we're just gonna put it. We'll just put it down there, and this is, of course, the filter is so that you don't get any particles into the misters. There is the tiniest of hole in these, and if it clogs up, well, it's out of order and you have to clean it somehow, and that could be very difficult. I think it's way smaller than a needle, so you would be able to clean it with that. So yeah, this see, is pretty long. I think there is 3 meters here. Probably it's in the text if I bother to read that. Yeah, it says 3 meter water hose, water inlet filter. So that's this thing. I'm just gonna make sure it's tight. Might as well just put that in there right away. Just put that in there. Okay, it's a bit flimsy, so we need something to hold it here. I just happen to have some tape, so I'm just gonna put it to the bottom, and we're just gonna tape it to the handle. Here, that part is in. We can put that out of the way, right there. Oh, then this part needs to go on to the pump. I would expect there's an inside and an outside, so yeah, there's a little arrow here, so the water goes that way. So this is the inlet. I have no idea where the Teflon tape is for, but this could be it. I see. I think we'll put the O-rings in that. That might be just exactly where those are supposed to go. In there. And then put this on. I don't expect, there's probably not much pressure on the inlet side, but the outlet side might have some. I could have cleaned the table before I started this, couldn't I? So it makes a pressure of 0.8 megapascal, I would guess is what that means. Then we want to put the misters on. So I forget how many misters came. Probably the amount that is here, which is 6. So we're gonna put those misters in, and I'm not sure if this can be taken apart, but yeah. Let's put the misters in. Yep, there's coming. And they have a little O-ring themselves. They just screw in. These are already connected. So I have seen that you can, if you don't want them, you can get some other ones that will just close off the connection. I don't think we got any of those. No, this is only fasteners. I've seen people that use this misting system to improve the efficiency of their air conditioning. They will have some misters pointing at the air condition outside unit, so it has to be a split unit, and the water will help to evaporate the power from the outside unit of the air condition, which means that the air conditioning has to work less. Okay, say hello to my apple tree. It's a nice little tree. Apples aren't very good, but it looks good. I've put the hose from, it's just loosely there, and just up in the apple tree, because over here we're playing with the power thing, so I don't want to mix that up. So, but we have all the misters on, and yeah, this is of course also used for watering plants, irrigation. But in this case, my thought was that it could be used to cool down sweaty people. So this is the pipe to the mister, so we have to take the other O-ring and put that in there, and put that on the other side of the pump here. And this is the side that might be pressurized, and where we will probably have the leaks, if we have leaks. You never know. This looks okay. It's can be screwed into something. That's nice. These are plastic rubbery things. Pretty cool made. It's going to be very exciting how noisy this is, because the hose is not that long. So if you want to use this near where people are, which you would want to, that would be an issue. So I did a review on this power station some videos back, so we're going to be using that to power this, just to get max out of our setup here. Let's see. Oh, that goes in there very nicely. So that goes in there. Then we need that to go over into the power station. We have some other connectors that came. Let's see. I think it's the green one. God damn, that eyesight is just perfect. Not really. I had this wire for the power station, and as this is a 12-volt pump, the power station has 12-volt output, and it can supply 8 amps, and the pump uses 5 amps, so that should do it. So we're gonna connect that. There's no on-off switch anywhere, which would have been nice. So as soon as well, there's an on-off switch over here actually, so we can put that in, and we can just show that the power station is at 100%. And I have charged it using the solar panels this time. I ran it 9 hours my PC in the living room with 2 Lenovo monitors, 28 inches. It ran that for 9 hours, and then there was 10% to spare. I think we're good to go. We need to get the camera just out of the way so that it doesn't, if something goes wrong, we don't want that to be sprayed. I think we want you over here. There, let's see. I'll power this on. It's running. I would expect it to take a little bit before water reaches. It's taking longer than expected. Do I need to prime the pump? You saw it ran for a little bit, so I'm gonna disconnect this one, the inlet. My thought is that the filter in there is brand new, so maybe it's not able to suck through the filter. So I'm gonna disconnect this, and I'm gonna suck it. Yeah, no water there. Water. That should make it a lot easier for the pump. Okay. It was perfectly clean water. Oh. The power station is weird when using this. You have to power it on and then on. Okay. Second go. Oh yeah, now we are cooking. Very irritating noise. So it's a self-regulating pressure pump, but it's definitely making a mist over here. I don't know if there is some way to fix that thing, but yeah, it didn't work right away. So what I took the end cap off here, which was really easy, and I sucked through there, and then everything was good. Yeah, this is, oh, and when it touches my arm, it's very nice and cool. So this is probably not a bad solution at all. Does that show up? There's like a mist coming from my apple tree. And yes, it's very nice and cool when you walk in there. So in sunshine, it should work very well. Okay, I fixed it a little bit. This was making a lot of rattling up on the table. I see the wire is ever so slightly too short here, but I put it on the grass and I put a screw through one of the holes. So this is much more bearable. You could need a pressure tank for this so that it wouldn't run as much. This little pump is kind of the same thing as you use in an RV, and over here I see when it's turning on and off, it's moving the inlet cable forth and back. That would wear the cable out very fast, so that's not a good idea. But more or less, this is a huge success, and for 29 euros or pounds or dollars or whatever it was that I paid for this, I would say that it's well worth the money. And you can see over here that it's using from about 23 watts to 30 watts and not the 60 watts that was on the pump. So that is awesome, but it is also kind of going on and off, so that might be it. So on those extreme hot Danish summer days, there's a way to cool off in the shadow underneath some trees. Yeah, I think we might need a blanket here. not really hitting me. It should be over there. Let's try that again. Let's see, closer. Power on. And then the wind has changed. Oh, wind of change. I would get soaking wet there, but well, if this was higher up, I think it would work just fine. This one is hitting a leaf and dripping, so that's not perfect. So, yeah. So if you have never heard of personal cooling, remember that you saw it here first. Let's power this on. Yeah, this is not weird at all. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again. And have a really nice day. Bye bye. I'm getting wet.